Hi everyone, and welcome to the Sherlou Club. Today I'm going to do a review of a Darkfire Hero. I'm going to divide it in 6 different portions: graphic and sound, gameplay, team building, and overall what I think about the game. So first of all, graphic. I mean, if you go into one of the campaigns here, I'll take an easy one. So just we can concentrate on the graphics. Um, I love the graphics. I must say I'm a big fan. I really love how they do it. It's kind of cartoony a little bit, but not too much. The animations on the character are really good. There are all those special attacks. There are all these special effects with the spells you can use over here. So on that side, at least for me, visually, it's really good. The other thing that I really like visually that they're doing, not sure if we're going to see it in this one, but the environment are real different. In some of them, it could even rain, and they're not just going in a straight line. Right now, the demo we have is just going in a straight line, but at some point, they're going to go a little bit left, they're going to go a little bit right, they're depending on how narrow or how large the area is. The camera will do focus in or focus out. They're going to zoom in, zoom out a little bit. So on the graphic level, I mean, it's like anything else. I mean, either you love it, either you hate it. But as for me, I'm a big fan of the graphic. The way they choose to present it, for me at least, is extremely pleasing. And the sound effects are good. The sound of music is good. There's kind of an epic, old style, really medieval style. They did great on that one. So you really feel that you're into the game, that you can control what you're doing, and you feel immersed as much as it can be for that type of game. Especially if you're on your phone. I mean, you don't need killer graphics, but those are pretty smooth, and the animation is really nice. No lag there, no nothing. So graphic and sound, really good. As the gameplays go, well, it's pretty nice. The game can do most of it by itself. When you're doing the main campaign over here, you can put it on auto. Most of the time, the system will take the right decision. But if you want more precision as you go up and up into the campaign, as you can see, I started here, then I did all of that, I came up here. There's still a lot to do. You can go down here, you can go up here in the ice thing, and then I think those clouds over here are for giving you or to giving them more space to continue, because this is a fairly new game. It was in beta like 6 or 7 months ago, but it really fully released like a month ago. So it's pretty new for a mobile game. Probably they wanted to have a shelf life of at least 3 or 4 years if they really want to get into their money. So it's pretty good. You can also redo everything on three different difficulties. You start of course on normal, then you can go to hard. I have not unlocked it, but I do understand that there's something, I don't know, it's called artist or what the name is. I think there's 3 levels of difficulty here. Also on gameplay, you have the arena. It's still in beta. What they're saying is that is not the final version of what you will see in the arena. I like the fact that they did it differently. The castle conquest is a little bit like a MOBA still. If you've played League of Legends or Hero of the Storm or Dota 2, you have kind of the feel of it. You're going head to head with another team. It's only one lane. You have minions with you. You have towers to destroy. It's quick and interesting. The only thing that I kind of regret about this one is once you go past the first tower, if you pass the first tower, the first skirmish with the other team, you're almost certain to win or to lose if it's the other way around. In my experience, I've played maybe 35 times that mode. I never saw a reverse. Never saw someone, even on my side if I was losing or on their side if they were losing the first tower and then recuperate and come back. Maybe it happened to you. Never happened to me. The second one is hero race over here. So you're against another team. You go head to head. Maybe I can show it really quick. You go head to head. This is, for me, is the most interesting of the two. It's really different. So you have to take different approach. Do I want to have a more damage? Does heal here really is interesting because people characters are gonna pop back up. The interesting here thing is here that I helped him out. That was my bad. I'm on this side. I was asking what is he doing. What is really fun about that thing is, of course, all your what your character can do is on your side, but you can put other obstacles on their side. Like I put sludge there. They're gonna do the same thing for me probably. They're gonna put sludge in there, and I'm gonna get trapped here. And now they can take an advantage. I can also, if I wanted to, try to electrocute one of their biggest DPS if I wanted to. So you can interact on your side, deciding, do I use my spells to advance faster, or do I use my spell so they will go slower? And you cannot screen differently. I mean, you have to do what you have to do. So it's a really different mechanism. I really like it. And it forces you to create good teams and to try to figure out what you want to do, how you want to do it, and do you want to use the spells on your side or on their side. Sludge is really important here. If you don't have sludge, your chances to win are pretty low, because sludge is one of the big weapons in that one, because it kind of slows down the other team. So I went down here, but that's not, I just wanted you to see. Will there be more modes? I hope so. I hope so. This is just the start. They're saying they are in beta. For now, those are two beautiful game modes that I really love. And they have advantages depending on the day you go in. Sometimes if you go here, for example, Air Hero over here have a +6 level. On this one, it's the Fire Hero that have a +6 level. So it forces you to rethink about your team every time you go in, because those from day to day can change. There's two other modes right now. There's the Expedition, which is just clicking on something and waiting a certain amount of time. It could be 2 hours, could be 4 hours, it could be 8 hours, unless there's something special, a special event that cut that time down. But those are the three main. Nothing to do here. It's probably just to reward you for getting in the game every 2 or 4 or 8 hours, to make sure that you collect on those and start them over. They give you a chest. Depending if it's 2 hour, 4 hour, you'll get a better chest, and 8 hour, of course, you will get the best of the 3 chests. But not much to do in Expedition. Will they tweak it a little bit? Maybe they could tweak it a little bit. I don't know. We see here Battle for South March. I'm still in the gameplay. They have special events. That's the first one I have experienced. Pretty cool. There was a different, it lasted for 2 days. There were, depending on the moment of the day you logged in, there was different type of dungeon you can do. There were different restrictions, like you can use hair, but nobody that jumps or things like that. That made it pretty interesting, and you collect a specific currency that you can spend there. The last one I want to talk about in the gameplay is the Elemental Dungeon over here. Elemental Dungeon is really interesting. It starts slow for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm now being able with my best team going to floor 7, but I just been playing for 2 weeks on that account, so I imagine that you can go further. The most you can do is floor 10. Will they expand on this? I think they will, because with time, people will get better and better and better teams, and they will have to go further. What is the use of here? Well, you have to depend. Each day there's a different element, and on Sunday they're taking a break. The dungeon's not there on Sunday. So since there's 6 elements, every elements as is day, and you collect those precious elemental drops, should I call them, and those are useful to get leveled up your heroes. Let's get into the fourth part, which is the heroes themselves. So far, they're really diverse. I mean, they have all their style. Different elements seems to have different type of things. For example, the light has a lot of healing. The air and fire have a lot of damage. The water has some freezing. You know, I kind of see that they're trying to do something with that. I'm not 100% sure where they're going, because they're trying to balance the teams probably, but still interesting. So there's two ways, well, three ways, I should say, to upgrade a character. The first one is just leveling up. So, for example, here I have enough shards to level her up, but I would need 400 golds, so I don't have those gold. Gold could be a problem at the beginning of the game. Well, not the first few days, but after a few days when upgrades cost 250, 300, 400 to level up, then you kind of have to choose which team you're going to put forward or not. The other interesting thing is the same thing with spells. You can upgrade those, you can choose those. I have many of those. And as the game progresses, I saw that they're saying they will put more spell and more hero as the game progresses. But for now, there's still a good amount of them. I mean, you can have a lot of fun. Team composition really is one of the big things, I think, where you're getting further down the game. For example, if I go into air over here, I have more than 5 heroes. At the beginning, you won't have that problem. You'll have only 1, 2, 3, and when you get a full team, you're really happy about it, because then you can go to the full potential of, for example, the elemental dungeon. You'll have a bonus on all your characters. I was lucky on the air side. I have 7 of them. So now, depending on what I want, I could go more offense, I could go more defense, depending if do I want the healer. She's pretty good. Do I want the healer? Do I want more tanks? Do I want more damage? Then there's a team building aspect that comes in. Let me show you the 2 other ways you can level up your heroes. Let's go into all. Let me, for example, take her over here. So as they go up, they will unlock those skills over here that you don't have a choice of them. I mean, they're opening up in a certain order, and you don't choose what they're doing. But for her, for example, opportunistic shot, the moment an enemy is frozen, Niena take a free shot at it, 1 second cooldown. So probably in the green people, there's a lot of people that can do freeze. It's the same thing with the blue ones that I just upgraded. They do a lot of stuns. So there's one of the character who has a specific system where someone gets stunned, he get a free shot. So those are the elements I was talking about. The activation cost is those elemental things. So you have to think about, where do I want to put those points, because they are restricted too. Not because it's hard to do the dungeon. You can do it over and over again. The problem is that that game is based on an energy system. And I will come back to that. This is probably the only downside for me right now, is the energy system, but I will get back to that. Let me finish by how do you can upgrade your character. So leveling them up. You can choose to unlock skills and then upgrade it up to 3 ranks up. Will they go higher than that? I think they will. They let themselves a lot of place to improve on their game, and that, I think, is really brilliant from them. The third way is to put gears on them. I could do auto equip here. I have a few gears that were not used. So depending on them, it changes. For example, this one is a damage dealer. So he has 3 attacks, 1 defense, 1 magic. But if I go see my old girl here, Marth, well, Marth doesn't have anything to boost her attack. She has 2 defenses and 3 magical. And it will be the same thing, for example, for a tank like Otto over here. He will have just 1 attack, but 3 places for defense and just 1 for magic. So even in there, they kind of have a system. And of course, you can manage all those gears. All you want to know, you can go see, oh, what that does one do? That was more defense. Okay, I want to level that thing up, because of course you can level them up. They are the same system as the character. You have 3 level of them. You have the normal ones, you have the rare ones, and the epic ones. Yeah, I forgot to say that. The way to distinguish them, it's pretty easy. For example, if you take that dude over here, the corner of the cards are cut, so that means that he is a rare. The red Bjor over here, his corners are round, so that is a common card. And when there's a big cut on each side, like her over here, that means that she's an epic. It's the same thing for the upgrade currency. You have the same thing. It's a round. It's then kind of a lozenge, and then it's a more complicated shape. Same principle, and it's the same thing for gear 2. They will have the same kind of. If you click on it, you will see that they have differences, and it will tell you if it's a common or if it's a rare. They will tell you what it is, but those are 3 levels that you have. So I showed you everything. So the team building at some point can get really interesting. The last thing I want to tell you is that, like I said, the only problem here, for me at least, if I really want to play it more, I couldn't because of the energy. I'm level 14, I'm at 19 energy so far. Of course, it only takes, I think it's 10 minutes to get 1 more points. You can also have power orbs that will give you instant power. When you level up, you will have energy. So at the beginning of the game, it's not that much of an hassle. But if you continue the game, for example, this afternoon, I had a little bit of time. I wanted to really push on the elemental dungeon because I wanted to give, thanks to my guys and girls in there, my blue team, I wanted to push it forward. And well, when you get to floor 6 or 7, when you get better equipment and you can get them to the next level, well, it got 6 or 7, so you don't play a lot. You don't play a lot. And that, I think, should be tweaked, although it could be a way for them to monetize the game. Is it generous? Yes, the game is pretty generous what you'll get in the chest. Normally, I mean, you always have something new to put your teeth in. If you want to buy stuff, I think it will help you go faster. Is it a pay to win? So far, not that I can see. Is the game expensive? Maybe a little bit, but they're specialists now. And they kind of manage each other. They check other games and they're trying to see, okay, a full character with that much level costs that one in that game, that much in that game. I think they did their homework. I think they are on spot with what things should cost. They have one big currency, which is the gem. That's the one you can buy and then use to get some more gold, some more energy, some more characters. There are some packs over here. There's a lot of variety in there. So you can choose a lot of things. You have boost, also permanent boost. So if you want to get for level 3 to level 8 in one moment, you can buy for 40 bucks. Would I do it? I'm not sure. I think it's a lot to boost a character, but at the same time, what do I know about the real prices? But so far, especially, I think if there's one place where you could say that if you want to rank up really high, there's kind of a pay to win, it would be in Arena. I mean, level 14 where I am right now, I'm just grinding, just having fun. Just trying all the different modes. That's one of the good things, though. The arena here doesn't cost any energy. So that is kind of fun, but at the same time, at some point, the arena keys run out, and there's no really incentive to continue to play unless you just want to go ahead and try to get better trophies, because there's a trophy system here. I don't know if it will be like for seasons or will there be a reset or something. I'm not sure. The thing you have to remember is that game is not in beta anymore. I mean, it was considered a full release a month ago by Rovio, the one who gave us Angry Birds. But they gave their self a lot of place for expansion. They could add as many characters as they want in that game, I think. They could build different type of arenas. They already went a little bit different with what they've done. I think it's brilliant to do that. There's the Elemental Dungeon. Overall, if you like that type of game, if you like what you saw so far, if you want to see more, you can go see my first impression or my tips and tricks for beginners. But I think that is a game that if they develop it well, if they market it well, and if they continue to invest in it, I think it's a game that could go the long run. That could be around even in 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, like Brawl Stars is, or other type of mobile game. So yeah, good job for me. I would say it's a pretty good game. It's a downloadable game. I mean, go for it. It's free. Darkfire Hero. I recommend it. We will see with time if they continue to invest in it. If they do, that could become a really great game. It could go over a good game and become really a really great game. But if they don't invest in it and let it like it is, at some point viability will become an issue, because you will have all the characters, you will have level them up, and at that point it will just be probably grinding forever and not really getting anywhere new. And there's no, so far I haven't seen a special event to give you a new character or a new hero or something like that. But that will probably come in Battle from Soft March over here. I'm saying that at the same time. I remember in Battle of Soft March you could buy a different character depending. Okay, I cannot go in. You could buy one of those two guys with a lot of currency in the game, but you could buy them, and I think they're not available in chess. So they have that aspect that they're working on. We will see, but I think that game should be reevaluated in probably 6 months or a year, just to see how it grows, how it develops. But they have a good base here to make a game last long. So that was my review. I wanted to do a 5 minutes review. It's been 20 minutes. That is me. I hope you liked it. If you did, subscribe and ring the bell so you won't miss any more reviews or gameplay for mobile and PC game. And I'll see you soon. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.